excellent way to start the day with a walk on the beach. My little companions stayed just ahead of me the whole time.
Starting at Mirador de Escalante, where we can see an ancient tidally driven flour mill.
We will walk through Escalante with our hotel host, Margot, along with Saga host, Belen. A view down one of many streets with houses that have been in place since the 1700s.
Sadly, there are also areas where the houses have not been maintained. Any of these houses would probably cost a fortune to bring back to life.
These trees have been pollarded and then joined espalier style to create a shady avenue. Would love to see them towards the end of summer. Back to the more modern, relatively, parts of Escalante, where we can see the huge beams of wood and stone used to support the upper floors of a house.
Nearly always a cat.
This house looks a bit sorry for itself, redeemed by this lovely wrought ironwork.
Houses tend to be narrow across the front, but deep. This was to avoid heavy taxes on how much frontage you had.
We walk out of town to visit the Iglesia de Santa Cruz, completed in 1684, with the Baroque tower added in the 18th century. This, the biggest retrotabulum in the church, is the work of Vicente Ortiz de Amuero, 1724. Simply put, it is an architectural feature placed behind an altar.
These stairs have been trodden by so many feet, look at the wear.
Our next visit is to the Convento de San Juan de Monte Calvario. Here lies Nuestra Señora de la Carme. The Virgen de la Carme de Escalante is the patron saint of Escalante. The Virgen de la Carme is considered a symbol of divine protection and care as a consequence of the miracles attributed to her.
Her greatest miracle was on 22nd of August 1855 when, during a terrible cholera epidemic, a decision was taken to parade the sculpture through Escalante. People began to be cured very suddenly and the pandemic disappeared from the town.
Every year on 22 August, Nuestra Señora de la Carme is processed through Escalante with much pageant and ceremony.
A drink of Escalante and Cidre to finish our walk. We're in the hotel kitchen, well stocked with paella pans.
Margot and the hotel chef take us through the steps, explaining that they make the paella per order,
and then trying it along with 2 carefully chosen white wines. The paella was so tasty.
Another day, another visit, which we are not seeing in the order that they occurred. Santander.
With a guide we were taken through the town. Most of the buildings were constructed after the Great Fire of 1941, which swept through the medieval quarter of the city.
Fanned by a strong south wind, the fire burned for 2 days. It led to a major change in the architecture of Santander, away from the older small stone and wood buildings with balconies to the enormous blocks of flats built during the reconstruction.
Camino, or Holy Walk, markers guide the faithful to the cathedral, which was gutted in the 1941 fire.
These two naked statues caused great controversy when Banco Santander had them installed. The sculptor created allegories of economy and charity in the form of a nude man and woman. The question arises, did economy and charity drive them to absolute poverty, that their clothes had to be sold? Catholic Spain did not take kindly to them, but here they are, still standing.
In the Centro Botín, where a male voice vocalizes an ascendant as the lift rises to the viewing platform. With views along the promenade taking in the water taxi port.
Looking inland, one can see the funicular del Rio de la Pila, some 700 meters away in a direct line.
The lift going down is a female vocalization of decreasing pitch.
To the Jardins de Pedera, with a few more views of Santander and the first double-decker carousel that I have seen. In the park there is a statue to Spanish novelist José María de Pereda, and in the lower part there are 5 bronze reliefs which represent scenes from his 5 most popular novels.
A much more desolate set of figures by José Cabo Calderón from 1989. These form part of the monument to the fire and reconstruction of Santander.
Time to visit the fish market, where all kinds of fresh fish are on display.
watching a fishmonger expertly fillet a fish.
Next up, we visit Palacio de la Magdelana, formerly the Spanish royal family's summer residence.
The City Council of Santander recovered the Magdalena Peninsula from the state government in 1904, held a competition for the design of a palace which was to be donated to the royal family.
In 1909, construction began, with the formal handing over the keys on 4th of September 1912, and the royal family starting their first holiday there in August 1913.
With Spain's checkered history in the 20th century, the palace saw many changes and came back into the hands of the Santander Council in 1985, when it underwent renovation and was opened as a public building by King Juan on the 14th of June 1995. The Hall Real.
Salón de Familia. A conference room where we can see what is a one-way mirror on the wall, behind which are facilities for teams of interpreters.
Back at our hotel, a squall passes through very quickly, as the sun sets on another excellent day,
leaving us to view a full moon ascending.